I love actually Marshall McLuhan. He's one of the media intellectuals of our time. And he always says, or, his famous word is the medium is the message, which I think about so much. Like, what would he say today with AI and these new forms of technology? So I think that's really fascinating in not only the art of communication, but the medium in which it's communicated and what that means for what's being communicated. Like right now, you're in the UK, I'm in the US, we're on Zoom communicating through pixels about conversation, which wouldn't even be possible a couple years ago. So that's fascinating. And I think on top of the mediums in which we communicate, whether in person, via text, or whatever, I think another important aspect to the relationship of conversation is the context of that conversation too, and that conversations merit context because we all bring our own experiences to the conversations. So understanding as much of the context of the conversation and who we're having a conversation with is really important. So I would say my relationship is that of a student fascinated by the mediums and the context in which conversations happen. And then also the magic of when you do connect people together, what can happen with conversations. There's certainly some in my life that I'll never forget of, new ideas or understandings or connections that wouldn't have happened otherwise. So I think there's a lot of magic that can happen in conversations.
Totally. It's easy to forget, I think, to think about who we're speaking to. We're thinking about ourselves mainly, and how do I want to convey myself, and what message do I want to get across? And actually, it's probably a smaller portion of the technique, right? Than to understand who we're speaking to. And it's hard. It's not easy. So